Hi lovelies, I'm Ariel and this is Maven Unmasked. Today we are doing our letting go of fear releasing ritual and I'm very excited about it. The rituals I'm about to explain to you today, I encourage you to try them yourself. I have been using them for probably about 2 or 3 years now, and I always feel so good and so free when I do them. So I really wanted to share them with you all. So before we even start, I wanted to draw a card, and it's just, what does whoever's watching this need to know right now about letting go of their fears and self-doubts? So what does whoever's watching this right now need to know to get rid of their fears and self-doubts? Let's try this baby. Come to rest. Glide slowly down to earth. Arrive and let go. You've been soaring for a while. You've been coasting and your wings are tired. You need to rest. So let go. I love that it says glide slowly down to earth, arrive and let go. So be present in what's going on in your life and figuring out what you need to let go of. And I think this card is great. It leads me into my next point, which is that you have to be aware and conscious of what you need to release so that it can be released. If you're not clear on it, then you can't release it. So we're going to talk about ritual. Now, you may ask, what is ritual? Ritual is a way of using physical means and symbolism to create a big sign to the universe, a big message to the universe of your intention, your will, and your desires. The physical act, it often triggers our subconscious, as well as gives a message to the universe like, hey, this is what I'm working on. I need some help. Pay attention. Okay, so the big F word, fear. Fear holds us back from living our dreams. Fear is the killer of creativity. It brings so much self-doubt. When you're worried about judgments and how people view you, you may be worried about your business, that maybe you spent too much money, you didn't make enough money, that no one will want to work with you, that your ideas are stupid. It's just even just petty little things, you know, which way do I go? You know, should I have the big bright blue font or should I have, you know, smaller pink font? Or troubles in your relationships, the people you work with, the people that you love, your family, significant others. Sometimes those relationships can be toxic, and even if we can't get those people out of our lives, we have to cut the negative energetic cord. So that type of relationship can't continue. Fear of not speaking, of not being able to really express yourself, not speaking your truth, being afraid of the opinions and judgments of others. That's a lot of throat chakra stuff. We're going to work on the chakras a little later on my page, so I'm not going to get into that now. But standing in your power and speaking your truth. And it's hard for us to do those things, especially when you're lacking confidence, especially when you're feeling stuck and stagnant and you're so unclear and you don't know which way is left from right, up from down. Your head is spinning. You could be depressed, you could be sad, you could be heartbroken. The thoughts and negative self-talk and self-limiting beliefs that just plague you over and over again in your mind, and you can't get a break and take a rest. So you know, that's what this ritual is about. Letting go of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and the I wish something turned out like this, or just anything that is no longer serving you, anything that is keeping your vibration down, your energy low, that's draining you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. Now this ritual, I have done it many times. It is so freeing and I always feel so much better after I do it. So I'm very excited to share it again and I really encourage you to try it. Now there are two versions and I must say before that the best time to do this ritual from my experience is during the full moon. The full moon is a great time for release work and it's a really great time for intention setting. As of the date of this video, our next full moon will be this Saturday, January 23rd of 2016. So it's coming up, you guys. So just in time in case you want to try this letting go of fear and self-doubt releasing ritual for yourselves. Okay, so we're going to start with version 1. And version 1 is you're going to need some pen. You're going to need some paper. You're going to need a lighter or a candle and the full moon, preferably, and outside. Now, as far as the candle goes, the candle is optional. You can just have a lighter. The candle, if you do use one, it should be black or white. And before you do this ritual, I suggest that you hold the candle in your hands and think about what you're going to be using it for. You're going to be using it in a releasing ritual. So, speak from your heart to the candle about what you want it to help you do, to help you release your fears and anxieties and your worries and your stresses. That it really, really help you do that and to bring more positivity into your life and to reject all of the negativity and the things that are draining you. So that's how you would use the candle. So anyway, I encourage you to take some time alone. That is the number one thing you'll need when doing this ritual. Some quiet time alone. If you do like music, that's fine, but it really has to get you in the zone. You have to be in the right frame of mind to do this ritual. So if the music is too distracting, then I wouldn't suggest using it. But what you're going to do is you're going to take that pen, you're going to take that paper, and you are going to write out all of your fears, all of your worries, all of your doubts, all of the things that you feel like you can't express to someone else, all of the things you feel alone with, that you feel trapped with, that you feel stuck with, confused on, all of that emotion, all of the people you want to cut ties with, the things, the situations that you want to cut ties with. Fear and anxiety and worry and doubt can cause us to overindulge, to overspend, to overeat. Maybe that's something you want to put on your list. To try and be more loving to yourself, to try and take more time for yourself. You haven't done that. If that's something that you need to release, not doing that, put that on your list. And I most importantly too want to say it is okay to cry. Crying is so good. Tears are so good. Don't be afraid to cry. Tears are cleansing and they're healing. I always think, why are your tears salty? Salt is purifying, salt is cleansing, and so are your tears. So really take the time, slow your mind down, breathe, take some deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and really just get into the zone of writing all of those things out, writing all of those things down, getting that emotion out on paper. You're going to use that paper as therapy. It doesn't have to be neat. It can be messy. You can write in any color pen that you want. Whatever it is, just get it out on that paper. Once you do that, then I want you to, preferably again under the full moon, go outside, wherever that is, your backyard. If you want to go to, a trail or woods by your house, I don't know, something like that. That's fine. And take your list and call in your angels. You can call in your guides. You can call in loved ones who have passed over, your ancestors, ascended masters. You can call on God, gods, goddesses, the archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, whoever, whatever you subscribe to. And call them in and ask them to help you release these things on this list. That you've been struggling with them and you really need help. You want this burden lifted off of your shoulders. All the things you want to get rid of. Take those things on that list, and before you say each thing, say, I release. So let's say I release negative self-talk. I release, negative self-talk about my weight. I release judgments of others. I release fear of starting over. I release fear of never being loved. I release XYZ. I let go of XYZ. Okay? After you read each one, make sure you've really dropped down into your heart center and you really take account of what you have written. What you have written. Really, really soak that in. And say your words with power. I encourage you to say it out loud. If you're uncomfortable doing that, that's fine. But I really encourage you to say these things out loud and really acknowledge how you feel as you're saying, I release, I let go of your statements, your list, whatever is on there. After you have gone through everything that is on your list, you can light that candle or take that lighter. Be careful, if you're outside, if you're in the woods or, wherever you are, be careful. You're using fire. And burn that list. Literally imagine all of your fears, all of your anxieties, all of your worries, your stresses, your doubts, low self-esteem, all of that. Imagine it going up in smoke with this list and burning away. It is leaving. It is dissolving. It is being transmuted. It will be transmuted into positive energy. Release these things with harm to none. Okay? After you've done that, be sure to thank your guides, whoever you have called in to help you, and ask them to surround you in white protective light, and to help transmute these negative things into positive opportunities. Once you let go of something, if you're holding on to something so tight, your hands are not open to receive new blessings. So ask them to help you let go of those things so your hands will be open to receive abundance and new blessings. Okay? After you do this ritual, I do encourage that you take a bath or a shower with some Epsom salts. You can use, I personally like to use lavender ones, or my favorite right now is rosemary and mint. And just use it as a scrub all over your body. And imagine any negative energy, any residual energy, anything that is attached to you that is not yours, all of those things you want to let go of, washing down the drain. That's very, very important afterwards. If you don't have any Epsom salts and you're feeling kind of crafty and Martha Stewart-ish, you can take some baking soda, some sea salt. You can also use kosher salt. I have before. And you can use whatever essential oil that you choose. Or you can also use herbs, like I've used rosemary and thyme leaves in it. And use that as a cleansing scrub as well. The second version of this is everything same as before. You're going to take some time alone. You're going to write down all of your worries, doubts, fears, anxieties, etc. down on paper. All of that. Cry if you need to. Tears are encouraged. Again, tears are healing. But this time, you're going to need a shovel and some dirt. So after you've called in your guides, you've written everything down on your list, go outside. Again, read the list out loud. I release XYZ. I let go of XYZ. But you're going to take that piece of paper and you're going to bury it. This is literally the bury it, put it to rest version. I like to use this one if it's something that's really, really heavy that I need to let go of. Maybe I've been holding on to it for a super, super long time. And it's like a funeral of sorts. I'm saying goodbye. It's really dead, done with it, over it, time to move on. So you would dig a hole in the ground, and have a funeral of sorts. Read all of the things that you want to release. Old ways of thinking, old negative habits, self-limiting beliefs, addictions, whatever. Any fear that you have. And you can either, after you read it out loud, You can either rip it up if you choose. I like the ripping motion sometimes. It's very, you're getting that energy out. But you don't have to rip the paper if you don't want to. And then I encourage you to bury it. Literally put it in the ground. And say goodbye to those things. And as you're, covering it back up with dirt, imagine how you, will feel once all of those things are lifted from you. What you can do now that those things are gone and dead and buried. Really focus on that, on what putting this to rest means for you and what putting it to rest can do for you. Be sure to thank your guides and your angels, whoever you've called in again after this, and then take a salt bath again. Again, I always encourage the salt bath to remove any residual or negative energy thoughts, and just imagine as you're cleansing with the salts that this is all washing down the drain. And then there is one more part to this. If you choose, this is particularly if you have a green thumb. I do not, but this is something that you can try. After you have done this releasing, letting go ritual, take some time to process that, however long you need. It could be a day, it could be a few days, a week, a few weeks, a month, who knows, however long, it's up to you, whenever you're ready, okay? Get a plant, preferably a perennial, because they come back every year. An annual, it would only bloom for 1 year and then that's it. But get a plant of your choice, whatever beautiful flower, shrub, whatever it is of your choice. Something that you think is beautiful and that you'd really like to enjoy caring for. Get that plant. Then I want you to write down all of your goals, all of your hopes, all of your dreams, what truly matters to your heart. The truth that you really want to speak, what your most authentic self wants you to say and do and be, what gives your heart joy and makes the blood pump through your veins, your passion, your creativity, your excitement. Write down all of those things, all of the things you want to nurture and see grow, and really focus on that. Again, bring in your guides if you so choose to while you're doing this. Send so much love to that piece of paper. And then what I want you to do is go outside, or, you can even get a little pot and plant this list. I don't encourage you to rip up this list. Leave this list whole. You can fold it if you want to. Put it in there as, when you plant your plant. Put your flower on top of it, and plant it all together. And nurture your plant, water it, feed it, and as your plant grows and blooms, so also does your ideas and your dreams and your goals and your wishes and your love, bloom and blossom as well. And that's it. I really hope you all enjoyed this. I'm going to draw one more card for us for something to keep in mind after you've done the ritual, a message for you once this ritual has been completed. So what is a message for anyone who is doing this ritual, anyone who is watching this video? What will be a message for them after this has been completed? Gratitude. The card is gratitude, people. I think that means that you'll be grateful that you did this ritual, that you tried it, and that it can do so much for you. I think letting go of things will also allow you to appreciate more of what you have. Again, like I said, it'll allow you to have more abundance and more things to be grateful for. But make sure that after you do this ritual that you give gratitude for the blessings, the shower of blessings that you have in your life, the people who were there to help you, that you don't have to go through things alone, that you are loved and supported, and again, the universe has your back. So make sure that you show gratitude for all the things you've been blessed with. I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked and my letting go of fear and releasing ritual. I do have a letting go of fear and doubt guided guided meditation that I did on my YouTube channel as well. So I'll make sure to leave a link as well to that video, just in case you're not comfortable doing the physical ritual act. I kind of take you through this in a guided meditation and visualization, which it was on my heart to do, and I really enjoyed working on and had a ton of fun making it, and I really hope it's beneficial for you all to listen to. So please try out this ritual, try out the meditation, and just let me know how it works for you. Everything is under Maven Unmasked on YouTube, so you'll find it all there. Have a great day, lovelies, and hope your releasing goes well. Love you.